Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
Hey, very good Friday afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kyle Bosch. We do begin with some breaking news for you. A 22-year-old accused of killing 9 people in a South Carolina church is competent to stand trial. That's the word from a judge in the Dylan Roof murder case. Roof is charged in the shooting deaths of 9 black church members in Charleston in June of 2015. He was trying to avoid execution by offering to plead guilty and accept a sentence that would ensure he would never leave prison. But Roof's death penalty murder case is now set to start on Monday. Well, new for you at noon, 3 college students are facing charges for allegedly stealing more than $1,600 worth of Fitbits from the Dilworth Walmart early this morning. Police say that the suspects were caught with those items, then a check of their vehicle turned up another $2,000 worth of Fitbits. The suspects were all arrested for felony theft, but additional charges are possible. Well, we've got some new information for you this Friday on a plane crash near the Moorhead Airport. Federal aviation officials investigating that crash tell Valley News Live the plane was coming from Baudette, Minnesota. It landed in a farm field just short of the runway and sustained substantial damage. 7 people, though, were able to get out on their own. The pilot, however, was taken to the hospital. Whether you're headed for the mall, headed home from mom and dad's, or just headed out on this Friday afternoon, Mother Nature giving us quite the free gift on this Black Friday. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green for a first look at our Friday afternoon forecast.
I'd say it's on the level of those koalas they were giving away at Fleet Farm. Yeah, it's a good day today. We're looking at some really nice weather coming up for this afternoon, especially in eastern North Dakota. Temperatures there into the upper 30s to some low 40s. It's 41 in Grand Forks and 38 in Fargo, and 33 over in Bemidji, 43 in Jamestown already this afternoon. Now looking at radar and satellite picture, mostly things are done for us as far as any type of flurry activity, though can't rule it out up by Lake of the Woods in the Red Lake area. You can see that's where the clouds are, but those clouds are clearing basically from the Red River and east. That's where the clouds happen to be at the moment. Otherwise, we're looking at some sunny skies generally in the eastern North Dakota, and that will lead to a pretty nice afternoon. Temperatures in the low to some mid 40s. There in the eastern part of the valley where we're stuck with some clouds, that's where we have temperatures that are in the 30s for this afternoon. So more on that coming up and what you can expect for the rest of the weekend as well.
Yeah, still a busy one on the roads, that's for sure. All right, Lisa, thank you very much.
We actually ended up not having to fight any crowds, which was kind of nice. We got in and got out with the things that we wanted.
Some shoppers, like Sarah Bisset, started late Thursday night and stayed out into the early hours this morning at Fleet Farm in South Fargo. The people were lined up as early as 4 a.m. waiting for the doors to open. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop was there for the Black Friday madness as well and found there sometimes is a darker side to the holiday shopping season.
Excitement, then tension is felt as the doors of Fleet Farm open. As hundreds wait in line, some shoppers snuck in the exit-only doors.
That's what I'm worried about, is not getting a card.
While other people waited for the line to file in, some yelled at those that just came for the free stuffed animal, like 13-year-old Lacey.
Way to buy something, you bunch of freeloaders.
Some shoppers were surprised to see such behavior in the states known for being nice.
Usually it's people are smiling and friendly, so it's fun to come out here that early, but maybe not today.
Well, I think some people came, for things for their children, and obviously they were waiting in line, so they didn't want to miss out on that, because if you miss, you can't get it.
Although there were some intense moments outside when the doors opened, shoppers say inside the store, people were a lot nicer.
There really wasn't any fighting, but there were people pretty much cleaning out things as fast as they could get.
Randy said he snagged a cart full of items he wanted. Fargo police were on scene when the doors opened, which made some people feel better.
Yeah, I was just glad there was somebody there to keep control.
Everything has got a specific time and a place, and we just try to meet as fast as we can.
As the shopping craze continued, many had one goal in mind: shop till you drop. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Even Buddy the Elf got in on the action there. Well, Ashley did find one shopper who decided to just stay in her car during the mad dash to the doors at Fleet Farm this morning. She says once she saw the big long line, she decided it was better just to order everything she wanted on her phone while keeping warm. Sounds pretty smart to me. Well, some shoppers are making up for lost time today after the Mall of America broke with recent tradition and decided to stay closed on Thanksgiving. Today's 5 a.m. wake-up call was especially worthwhile for the first 200 guests who won gift cards up to $500. Other shoppers won TVs, Paisley Park tickets, and suites at a Twins game. Police are investigating a fight in North Fargo where someone pulled out a gun. Officers responded to the 1000 block of Oak Street North last night on a report of shots fired. They found two men fighting. Now, police say a gun was shown during the fight, but it never went off. The initial report of those gunshots was determined to be from a smashed car window. Time now to get a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Fargo police asking you to keep an eye out for Paul Hernandez, who's wanted for felony possession of a controlled substance and a probation violation. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Hernandez. Fans around the country and really around the world are remembering one of the most famous moms on television. Florence Henderson died overnight at a Los Angeles hospital. Dana Jacobson reports on how her role on The Brady Bunch helped introduce viewers to a new kind of American family.
Lovely lady. Florence Henderson was best known as America's mom.
Alex, the washing machine's gone crazy!
In the fall of 1969, she became Carol Brady, the stepmother and nearly flawless matriarch of the Brady Bunch. Henderson told correspondent Sarah Hughes on Sunday morning in 2010 that the character may have been too perfect.
A lot of women say to me, you know, I really hated you because my kids wanted you to be their mother.
The show was among the first to introduce an audience to a blended family. Though it ended in 1974, reruns and reboots kept the Bradys and Henderson in the spotlight for multiple generations.
What is the one thing that I guess is the most different about you from Carol Brady?
That's a very good question. First of all, I've always worked. I've always had a job.
But regardless of what that job was, to most of America, Florence Henderson will always be mom.
Her publicist says that Henderson suffered from a heart failure but was surrounded by family and friends when she died. She was 82 years old. An Argusville, North Dakota man has more than the usual things to be thankful for this year. Adam Brin's truck slid on some ice on I-29 last Friday, rolled several times, and ended up upside down in a ditch full of water near Harwood. He says that he was stuck under the water and didn't think he was going to live. That's when a complete stranger showed up on scene, jumped in the water, and helped get him out of his truck. Harwood Fire and Rescue want to remind people that if you do ever come upon a crash site, you should help if you can, but never put yourself in danger. Adam was able to meet and thank that Good Samaritan yesterday.